Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and let's get right to it with Vechain because there is so much to talk about in regards to the price, the charts, the news that is happening. But let's get right into it. I literally want to get underway. So Rainer Tile and Xquibity are excited to see a major title company utilizing Vechain, as this makes it one step closer to having titles to real estate on the blockchain. So over here we're talking about Rainer Title piloting the new blockchain service, and the blockchain that it's using is Vechain. And this is huge for the real estate world. This is one of the first things that are implemented in the world when it comes to real estate using Vechain, and it's so great to see titles being reported in the future will be on Vechain. And if you imagine how many homes, how much real estate there is in the world, I can't even begin to imagine, and not just residential, but commercial. So to have every title on the blockchain using Vechain as that blockchain would be absolutely astronomical. Of course, Rome wasn't built in a day, and that is why, these things take time. But Vechain is one step closer again to being that provider at a blockchain level, which is absolutely massive. Now, I like what R. Luna has done here, and he's saying, are we about to see the next impulse? So is this the correction that we've been waiting for, to then kick off the next impulse, which sends us to $1? I've been saying that Vechain's bull run will be $1 throughout this bull run, and you got to correct before you can go high. So that is a very, very interesting way of analyzing this. So could be. Look at over here. Look what happened right there. See that drop, and then it continued to rise and rise very nicely. So this could be that again. But we did have one just then, but we're about to maybe have another small one, and that could probably lead us into the 17 cents mark before we kick off again in a very, very big way. The other thing as well is Wall Street Journal investors are turning to Vechain, Digibyte, SafeMoon as cheaper alternatives. So in this particular article, the Wall Street Journal was talking about how investors are looking at the top 10 coins and they're going, yeah, nah. Then they look at the others, and so obviously Vechain number 12 or 13 at the moment in the world, they look at those and be like, okay, that makes sense. And so it's interesting, obviously on this channel we don't talk about, things like SafeMoon and Shiba and all that. We just don't even mention, don't even comment. I have nothing to say about those kind of projects. If you want to hear about them, go somewhere else. Absolutely no interest. But what they're always saying here on the Wall Street Journal markets is that from a search point of view online on the internet, if we look at in regards to how many people are searching it, how many people are looking at it, and also the percentages of growth of these particular altcoins, then obviously the SafeMoon 55,000% growth in its token, then of course of course it's going to raise some eyebrows, and for people to look into it. But again, from a Vechain perspective, we're just at the tip of the iceberg from a start point of view. Days like this, it's really cool to know also the Vechain 4 Mainnet launch timeline and what is going on and what is happening and how that all works. And so it's really interesting. Obviously when times when the market is down, it's important to know what you hold. So the Vechain 4 Mainnet launch timeline. So June 30, you got the Authority masternode deployed and Mainnet goes live. Also Genesis block generator V4 forged. June 30 as well as the snapshot on Ethereum Xnode monitoring pauses. July 9, we got Vechain 4 mobile wallet available. July 9, also Xnode binding service available. Mid-July will be exchange Vechain token swap becomes available. So VET on Vechain 4 after a 1-to-100 split starts trading. End of July, Vechain Foundation will provide ongoing token swap service after the exchange complete the token swap. August 1, Xnode status monitoring resumes in the Vechain 4 blockchain. And August, the Vechain token integration with Ledger. So plenty going on over the next couple of months, and we'll be having a very, very close eye on these dates, what is happening. Of course, right now we're only on May 11. There's plenty more to come this month, but it's good to know what is happening. The other thing as well is that this was very clever what was found is that Vechain patent number, that number there, is the temperature data is verified on the blockchain so that the safety and the authenticity of data acquisition are ensured and the data is preserved from being tampered. So there is a patent at the moment going on that Vechain has lodged, and that is a very, very, very interesting thing. We will keep a very close eye on this and what it actually means for Vechain. Now, tradingview.com, much like everything else out there today, they're on neutral because of the drop that we've had. But let's have a look at where we are and where we're going, and what can we expect over the next phase. So right now, what's really important in the short term, once we break out of this bearish move that has currently been going on today, what's really important is to break above 28. Once we break above and find support above 28, we can really start to build that momentum to continue to push forward. Or long term, what I think is going to happen is, I think once we break out of this, we're going to go to 40 cents, have a sharp retrace at around 25, go above 35, retrace under 30, and then continue to push. So we're going to see a new wave begin, and that for me is very, very important to keep an eye on. So as how long can we go at this sort of phase, and how long can this last? It could be a couple of days, could be a couple of hours, like at the moment with the way that the market is. But we must not forget in times like this that the bigger picture, long term, as a blockchain, as a company, as a 5-star blockchain, everything that it has, all the partnerships, everything that they're rolling out, all the key dates, that this is a very good long-term company that is absolutely not going anywhere, and in fact is getting better and better. So hope you learned something new today. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button, and as always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.